Get in there, my son. How's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. Let me just give this a refresh with a cheeky little video for you. Hope you're having a good day. Get in there. How are we doing? Sorry, let's see who we got in here. We've got Jonathan Gallagher, Becky Hope, G-Wolf United, Trippy DJ Must Play, Al Brock, and everybody else. Thank you very much for getting in for the Manchester United news this afternoon. It is a very, very nice day outside, guys, and I'm in here. You can probably hear my bloody neighbours just decided to start mowing the feckin' lawn as well right now. Typical. Can you hear that? I don't know, but anyway, good to see you all, guys. Lots of news to get into today. I'll give you the latest rundown on what's going on with Manchester United. Oh, that's so annoying, guys. AR Dan, how you doing there, my good sir? Billy, Manchester United fan. Kayam, G-Wolf United, everybody, fantastic to see you. So, as you can see from the thumbnail today, guys, the biggest story, well, there's a bunch of stories we're going to get into, actually, but the main one is Raphael Varane's current situation at Real Madrid. So, reports coming out that Real Madrid are currently in the process or have already offered Raphael Varane 9 million euros per year now. But they're refusing to go above that. So this is the latest in the Raphael Varane saga in regards to his potential move to Manchester United. Obviously, we're very much interested in bringing him in. But the problem is if Real Madrid, because they've had a change in manager, because they've had a little bit of a mix-up at the club recently, the new manager coming in may well want to try and keep him. I mean, could you imagine having Alaba and Varane? So that is the main contention we've got is he going to stay at the club he's currently already at? It looked like he was imminently leaving. Well, you know, if they were to up the deal, maybe he would consider staying. Maybe this is just a classic situation of Manchester United or other clubs using the name of Manchester United to try and other players and agents using the name of Manchester United, I should say, to try and get better deals at their clubs. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully this is, you know, a legitimate situation that we're talking about here with Manchester United being linked with Varane. Oh, come on, we need to get this guy in, don't we? We just need to get the money offered, the money paid, and give him a slightly better offer than what he could get at Real Madrid. So he believes he deserves wages similar to David Alaba, who's reportedly going to be getting 10 to 11 million net million euros per year, which is a ridiculously large amount of money, of course, but it's also an amount of money that makes sense for a top quality player like that at this moment in time. Surely, if he was going to stay at Real Madrid, he would need parity with David Alaba. David Alaba just coming in from Bayern. Okay, you know, he's a great player. They're both the same age, but ultimately, you know, even more reason why they should be on the same wages. So unless Real Madrid are prepared to go and up the wages of Raphael Varane to be in the same ballpark as David Alaba, then it looks like he's going to want away. And Real Madrid at this moment in time, it's not 100% whether they can even afford to try and keep on Raphael Varane right now. They have just brought in David Alaba. It's a good signing, but ultimately they've added extra wages to their transfer bill here. So I don't know if they're going to be in the market for keeping Raphael Varane at the club or increasing their offer to Raphael Varane for a new contract. It seems like 9 million euros a year at the moment is what their maximum offer would be, and Manchester United reported to be prepared to go a little bit higher than that. So these are the latest reports that are coming out. So Raphael Varane has a contract until 2022 at Real Madrid, which expires obviously next summer. Lots of reports coming out to say he's yet to sign any sort of contract extension. He's been handed basically a better contract offer from Manchester United. We've put an offer on the table, which is, I think it's in the region of 230,000 a week, which is significantly more. Well, at the moment, he's on £115,000 a week at Real Madrid. So they're prepared to be offering him, you know, a significant bumper increase on that deal, but they're not prepared to go as high as Manchester United at this moment in time. You look at United's wage structure, we do pay players a lot more than the average club. And you look at some of the wages that players are on at Manchester United, paying Raphael Varane 230,000 a week is nothing that we shouldn't be prepared to do. You know, that's a top quality centre back, it's a world class player, and for that amount of money, hey, look, what do you want? Do you want a world class player? Do you want a budget option? Get the lad in on 230k a week or whatever it is. I mean, how much would you guys pay to Raphael Varane per week? What's your maximum, guys? So look, as far as I'm concerned, He's a world-class player. Centre-backs, you're never going to get paid as much as these goal scorers, man. You know, the stars in the team. So that's just redundant to say, you know, 300 or 400k a week, I think. I think, you know, Man United should be prepared to go up to £250,000 a week for this guy, though. He's a world-class player. Get your thoughts and opinions in about that, lads. And that's just, what would you pay for Raphael Varane's contract? Let me know. Kayam, how you doing? He says Varane will go to PSG and we'll get Ben White, mate. Well, you know, they call you Mystic Kayam because you predict these things. It wouldn't surprise me with United's board and how shocking we are at getting players in, you know. But basically, he is supposed to be our number one priority. Now, centre-back is the priority area. So surely we've been linked with him. He's the best, biggest name, biggest reputation, just basically the best world-class player that we can sign that is available, that's semi-realistic, that could come to the club. You know, he wants away from Madrid unless they give him a big old contract, which we're not sure if they're prepared to do. He wants a new challenge. So this is a good basis of you know, for Manchester United to work on. He wants away. He would be prepared to come. We've already got a significant offer from Manchester United there, which is believed to be more than what Real Madrid can muster at this moment in time. Solskjaer's absolutely bloody desperate for a centre-back, man. But on this occasion, you know, in my opinion, he shouldn't just go in there. You know, it's like if you were on a night out or whatever, and you know, you might go into a nightclub. And you might go on the pull. And if you go, what's the expression? Go ugly early? We don't want to go ugly early, okay? We need to be prepared, though, to wait it out for that stunner. That's what I'm saying. Now, on this occasion, yes, I would like to see Man United sign players, but we need to be prepared to wait it out for that stunner. We don't want to be ending up with another Slabby Maguire in a dress. You know what I'm saying? Sally Maguire. Oh, no. But anyway, we you know, Raphael Varane is that stunner that we need to guys. I'm not that shallow. I'm just making a joke. You know what I'm saying? You know, each to their own. But what I'm saying is, he's a great player. He's a world class player. He's available right now. He's not a lot of money because of the fact there's only a year left on his contract. So let's go and get him. So Solskjaer's side have shown the most interest in Raphael Varane right now. Kayam just mentioned the PSG link. That's never going to go away. PSG is a big destination. If they were interested in him, they could afford it. Cosmopolitan place. He's from France, playing with a great set of world-class players who get to the last stages of this Champions League and should win League One every single damn year in France. They should do. They didn't this year because Pochettino's an absolute melt-up. But they should do. So, of course, it's an attractive proposition for a player like Varane. Maybe he could get more money at PSG as well. It depends on their current structure, you know. With this pandemic year, people have been hit. There is a little thing called financial fair play, which people are supposed to stick to. But teams like PSG, City, they don't seem to give a shite. But anyway, so Real Madrid reported as offering, or in the process of offering Raphael Varane a new improved contract offer. If I was them, I'd do everything in my power to keep him there, because I do think like a centre-back pairing of, you know, Alaba and Varane could do them very well for years, you know, with Sergio Ramos obviously not going to be in the picture. But yes, I mean, his wages are quite low at the moment, so it's a good amount that Manchester United could get him in for, you know. It's not a huge amount of money. You guys in the live chat, some of you said, Marco says 200k, let him have it and sell mags. Send him back to Greece. Bruno for captain, boy off mag now. Hey, fair enough, mate. Listen, I don't think anybody would sign mags right now, to be fair. Yes, Tom Thumb, how you doing? He says 170k a week. How you doing, Tom Thumb? Danny Atkins says 200k a week max. Okay, fair enough. AR Dan says 250 a week is fair. Well, look, I think United should be looking to offer 200k a week. Of course I do. That's a big improved offer from the 115 that he's on now. But ultimately, for a world-class, top-quality centre-back, the missing piece of the puzzle, we should be prepared to go to 250k like AR Dan says. That is not a ridiculous amount of money when you think of some of the players that have come in. Sanchez on $500,000 a week. You know, Phil Jones on bloody six figures. Jesse Lingard on bloody six figures. You know, look at Paul Pogba's wages. Okay, he's a great top player and everything, but not that often for us. So does he justify it? I mean, no. David De Gea, £300,000 a week for a goalkeeper. If you're paying that sort of money, for a goalkeeper, then Raphael Varane at centre-back should definitely be getting at least, over 200,000 a week. Definitely. Josh Drains is 170k. Fair enough. Well, if they could get him in for that, I think that would be, a master stroke, to be honest. And I don't really see that happening myself, because if he's going to move away, it's going to be for a significant offer. There will be clubs interested in him. We just talked about PSG, and they'd be prepared to offer, significant more than that, I think. So if it gets into a bidding war scenario, we'll see what happens. But yeah, come on, 200k a week, he's worth that, guys, in this current climate. Right, okay. Who's in here? Griffo, Chaz, Kirk, Andrikos, United Extra, Matthew Brown, JW92, Honey Badger, Leonardo Di Stefano, Josh Drain, Danny Atkins, Albrock, Azapanic, Marco, Shazad Ahmed, legends, man. Do us a favor, guys. Smash that thumbs up button on the stream if you haven't done so. Leave a cheeky little like on it. That'll be much appreciated. And also give it a share on social media if you want. That'll help us get the news out. But get your thoughts and opinions in, everyone I just mentioned and everybody else I didn't, in the live chat throughout as we go along. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. But there we go. That's the Raphael Varane latest in terms of the situation. So new contract offer potentially from Real Madrid, and also Manchester United. At this moment in time, we are leading the race to sign him, guys. We're leading the race to sign him. So this is also what I want to talk about. Kyan mentioned it briefly as well. So a little bit earlier on today, the news broke that Manchester United are reportedly interested in signing Brighton and Hove Albion defender Ben White ahead of the upcoming transfer window. Now, I actually think he's a good player. He's only 23 years old. I think he did have a good season, but he's not got huge experience. Obviously, Southgate's called him up as a replacement into the England squad, so that goes to show you the sort of stature he's got at the moment. And, he's only played 109 minutes of international football, but Southgate obviously regards him in quite highly. And also, he's had a good season. It's on the back of a good season. So I actually do think he's a good player, guys. I'm not going to slag him off and say this is not a good player, because I do think he's a good player. But he's not a Raphael bloody Varane, is he, guys? I mean, this is preposterous. This link, so some reports to say that the 23-year-old has attracted the attention of several top sides, including United. He had a good maiden campaign in the Premier League, so it was his first season, obviously, in the Premier League. Before that, he's played throughout the football tier. Got a call up to the England squad. Fair play to him, as that late alternate there for the injured Trent Alexander-Arnold. So Ben White, he's a good player, man. He's a good player. By all accounts, as far as what Gareth Southgate thinks, he's in the top 26 English players playing right now who were available at the time. So that is very, very, it's high praise. I'm not going to pretend like I watched him every single game this season, but I did watch a few Brighton games, and I do think that he's a solid player. I think he's got a good future. He is only 23, so he could get better, guys. Let me know in the live chat, guys. I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to create a poll here, actually, guys. Why the hell not? Would you take, get it in the live chat though, would you take what's his face, Ben White at United? Would you take Ben White at United? There we go. Boom. I just asked it in the live chat. So, me personally, I mean, I think he would be a good addition to the squad, as long as you are signing Raphael Varane as well. I wouldn't want to put all my eggs in the Ben White basket. That sounded a bit messed up. I wouldn't want to put all my eggs in the Ben White basket, though, this summer transfer window, if he's supposed to be the new big centre-back that's coming in to partner Slabbington Maguire. That wouldn't be comfortable for me at all. What I would like to see, though, yeah, absolutely, if Manchester United had any bollocks about us and any bottle about us, I wouldn't be adverse to seeing him come in as long as Raphael Varane's coming in as well. So, this is one of those links, guys, that, in my opinion, there's not that much basis to, apart from the fact that he's just been called up to the England squad, and there's a lot of hype around him right now, and obviously he has had a good season. The fact Southgate's called him up has only gone to highlight that. So, that's probably why this has materialised today. In terms of actual transfer targets for Manchester United, there's still other players that are way higher up the totem pole in terms of United's centre-back targets. So, in my opinion, he's not a realistic one, because obviously he's English and he's in the Premier League. Now, those two things mean that you have to pay a lot of money to sign a player, because to a team like Brighton, a player like Ben White, it could be a big difference between staying up and going down. And that could be the difference between getting that 100 million income every single bloody season or not. So they don't really want to sell a player like Ben White. They would want to keep him. And the price tag that's being bandied around here is in the region of £50 million. So it's just, if they wanted anywhere near that sort of money for him, then it's not going to bloody happen. Now, if they want £28 million, sort of Victor Dwindloff money, maybe they would take Victor Dwindloff going in the opposite direction. Maybe they would take Phil Jones. Phil Jones at Brighton, I could see that. I think Phil Jones would quite like that in Brighton, actually, driving down to that stony beach in his pink Lamborghini. Yeah, he could deal with a bit of beach life there, I think, mate. I mean, he doesn't play any bloody football, so what else is he going to do with his time? I think he could enjoy that, going down the pier, the amusements. Phil Jones, good destination for him. No, look, it's not going to happen, is it, guys? Piss off 50 minutes is pretty much exactly. Let's ask the live chat then, guys. So, have a vote in the live chat, guys. What would be your... Let's just say we did sign Varane, but there was an option to get this guy as well, which is bullshit, because United aren't going to invest that much, as well as signing bloody Sancho and these other guys too. But let's just say we could sign him. What would be the maximum figure you think that he should be coming in for? I say £30 million. £30 million, guys. Any more than that, it's bollocks, guys. He's had one season in the top flight. Southgate's inflated his bloody price tag anyway with this call-up. Other than that, nobody'd be talking about this guy. So it's actually rubbish. He's decent. Don't get me wrong. He's a good, solid centre-back, like we've discussed. He's had a good season in the top flight, but that's it. If we're basing signing somebody on just one season for Brighton in the top flight, we're having a fat mare. Sultan Mahmood, how you doing there, Sultan? He says 25 million, 30 million says Zenix Flames, 15 million says Jason Dower, Marco says 25 million. So yeah, there's no way that this price would be legit. Wouldn't be surprised if Phil Jones gets injured this summer, says Jonathan Gallagher. He always does, doesn't he? Hey there, Talker Mew, how you doing there? He says next season is ours. Come on. Andrew Cos, he says, I'd try and Ben White and Varane together. Why not? Hey, I like his style, mate. What are you proposing? Slabby Maguire goes in the opposite direction. Problem is with United, right, is we've got players at the club who are on big money, who are centre-backs, who don't really do that much. So people like Bailly to me. In fact, Bailly, look at this. So today, I believe, ManchesterUnited.com, it says, Eric Bailly celebrates 5 years at United. He completed a dream move to Manchester United 5 years ago today. So when you think about Eric Bailly being at the club for 5 years and what contribution he's actually had to the club, it's pretty shite. And I like Eric Bailly. I actually think he's a good player. I do. Problem with him, he's never bloody fit. He's always bloody injured. He's like the Ivorian Phil Jones. Them two are always never off the physio table, are they? It's so annoying. And they're always injured, guys. They're always injured. I don't care about Phil Jones being injured because he's shite anyway. That's a bonus. He's bloody injured. But Eric Bailly, I'd like him if he wasn't injured all the time, but he is. So when you think about the contribution he's had in 5 years at United, it's not all that big, guys. So he's on a fair bit of money, and he's been here, a long time now. Victor Dwindloff, 29 million we paid for the guy. He's on significant cash for what we're getting out of him as well. I mean, crikey, I'd be putting him on the bloody concession stands at half-time selling fucking hot dogs if I was United, because I don't think he's up to the standard of stopping opposition defenders. No. He's fucking Garbaggio. Let's be honest now. If he's on more than, £12.50 and a packet of dry roasted peanuts a week, it's a fucking rip-off. So for the fact that he's on, 6 figures a week or close to, I'm not 100% sure what he's on. I'm guessing it's in that region. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but hey, look, it's not the price of your average flat pack IKEA furniture item. It's a significant fucking amount, guys. So to me, we've got players who are just paid ridiculous amounts of money. Nobody's going to sign these players. Nobody's going to take Harry Maguire off of us, mate. He's a complete smeg fridge himself, mate. That's it. He kind of represents a smeg fridge well because he's big, he's square, he's cold, and he's also ridiculously overpriced. So, in my opinion, yeah, Maguire is here to stay. Nobody's coming in to sign Maguire from us. Nobody wants him. Just like nobody wants injury-prone Eric Bailly, nobody wants whatever Phil Jones is, and probably nobody wants Victor Lindelof either. So that's how I see it, guys, in terms of the centre-back problem we have at United. We're going to have to sign centre-backs as well as keep these hangers-on for the remainders of their contracts. And I don't know why, but United just seem to give these contracts out willy-nilly, so easy to these guys. And they don't have to do that much to earn it, really. Think about the amount of money these guys are on. Phil Jones, and the fact that he got a new contract. Eric Bailly got a new contract recently, right? I mean, I do think Eric Bailly's a quality player, guys. You know, don't get me wrong. Out of the three of them we've just discussed there, Bailly, Lindelof, and Phil Jones, I do think he's the best one by quite a considerable margin in terms of all-round defensive ability and dependability in the game. But he's never fit. Yeah, get your thoughts and opinions in there. Pig, to be honest, White isn't still good enough to play for Man United, says Janice Varaklis. Yeah, exactly. One season in the top flight for Brighton, it's no bloody good, is it? Why no action for Koulibaly, says seriously. Yeah, I know there's a link. There's a link with Koulibaly. We'll have to, we'll get into that in a moment. TT Levi, nice one, mate. I'm at school and I'm watching, Pig. Shout out to you, TT Levi, my friend. Wage structure is a joke. The club is so run so badly, says Ashley Hinder. Totally, mate. The fact that they gave Sanchez 500k a week and just disregarded the whole wage structure is a disgrace, really. Think about it. You've got no bargaining chip. That's why Ander Herrera pissed off the PSG. Got no bargaining chip when you got a crap player on $500,000 a week. Everyone else is like, what the fuck, dude? I want some of that action. Look at that. Rafa Diaz. Lindelof is paid £120,000 a week. It's a preposterous amount for a bang average player. So we have priced these players out of the market. There's no other teams in the Prem or anywhere around the world, I think, that would pay that amount of money to those shite defenders. But we do. We have, and we've got them, you know, reasonably long contracts as well, guys. Premot says, spot on, Piggy. If Slabby McMudpuddle is so amazing, why aren't other clubs after him? Yeah, exactly. The fact is, even if Manchester United received an offer for him, the club potentially signing him probably wouldn't pay the amount of money that Manchester United would from in terms of wages. They certainly wouldn't pay the amount of money that Manchester United would for the transfer fee, because remember, United paid £80 million for that guy. Nobody else is knocking on our door and saying, hey, can we take Slabbington Maguire off you for £80 million? The maximum you're going to get for Harry Maguire in this climate right now, based on his current situation, I think maybe the maximum you could get would be 50 million, actually. Because he is, you know, a big player for club and country. And, you know, United, the stats show that we were a better team with him in the side this season. He's a good defender. So I think maximum, you know, 50, probably more like 40 million. But certainly nowhere near £80 million. I mean, we've been bent over and shafted big style by Brendan. Or, you know, was Brendan there when I can't remember, but he's a really nice guy. I can't really remember now. I think he was, wasn't he? I think he was still there at the time. But anyway, it's probably about 40 million, says Sultan Mahmood. Yeah, absolutely. Jazzman says, what's the point of paying for players not to play? What are they doing? Exactly. I mean, the problem is, what do? You either loan them out. It's up to the players if they want to actually do anything. Like, Phil Jones doesn't seem like he wants to do anything, mate. He's just happy driving that pink Lambo to training and getting a shit ton of cash and just girding it off on a Saturday night. He's actually happy to do that. So it's on the player to want to move away, to want to go on loan. For instance, Andreas Pereira. There's some news today in regards to Andreas Pereira. Just, you know, nothing major, but he was just asked about his future. And he said, my future, I would like to stay and play for Lazio again. But this depends on the discussion with Manchester United and what they will want to do with me. Which is fair enough, man. I mean, the fact of the matter is, he's not going to get a chance at United. He's been shite at United. So he wants to move on and actually better himself and better his career and get some games and play for a team and be part of a team and maybe challenge for things. But even if you don't win anything, ultimately you're competing. That's what you should want as a pro. So I respect that mentality. And if I was Phil Jones, I'd be knocking on Solskjaer's door trying to get a move away on loan or anywhere and say, hey, look, boss, you know, look, I'll take a pay cut, whatever. But hey, no, he's not that sort of guy. He'll take that pink Lambo money, whatever. Anyway, so that is a you know, a key factor when you're looking at, you know, getting these players away. Like, nobody wants to pay the money for the players that we're paying them. So yeah, big problem. And also the mentality of some of the players, they'd rather just sit and take the paycheck. Hey there, Simon Lee. How you doing today, mate? Sean Nettleton says, deals are always harder during a major international tournament. Have to be patient, I guess. That's very, very true. Yeah, I'd love to see some more deals coming in before the Euros, but you just never know. We are going to sign somebody before the Euros, but it's just going to be Tom Heaton, probably. Mo Wadder, he says, why go for White? He's just like Lindelof, weak in the air and won't improve us on set pieces. Pointless. Hey, look, Mo Wadder, I think he's a good player, but I think he's a great player. I mean, there's so many better options out there. That's what I was going to get onto before we went on a little bit of a tangent, actually. So, in regards to Manchester United's links at centre-back, so look, Kalidou Koulibaly's another one, guys. Koulibaly has been linked away with a move from Napoli since, a long time ago. He's one. Pau Torres at Villarreal, of course, we know all about him from the final of the Europa League. He's a good player. He's young, international, getting better, available for not a lot of money, really, compared to some of these other players. So a very, very realistic proposition as well, and a player that Solskjaer should be interested in, and a player that United should be interested in. So, in my opinion, he would be the best backup option. If you can't sign Raphael Varane, then in my opinion, he is the best option. Okay, so let's have a look at that poll there, guys. So the poll is 102 votes. Thanks, guys. I'll just close that now. He says, would you take Ben White at United? 36% of you say yes, and 64% of you say no. So I'm agreeing with you, because like we're just talking about here, guys, we've got a few options for potential players coming in. Raphael Varane being my number one choice and a lot of your guys' number one choice. Pau Torres being probably a lot of people's second choice, or, close to second choice, somewhere in that region. Hang on a second. Pau Torres would be a fantastic signing if we can't get Varane. Kalidou Koulibaly is your experienced option, but, there's maybe other options out there, such as Jules Koundé. There's even a Christian Romero link. This guy keeps popping up. I keep seeing lots of articles surrounding Christian Romero's potential move to Manchester United. So his stats from this season are absolutely brilliant. He obviously overplaying for Atalanta. He's 23 years of age. Technically, he's still a Juventus player, but he joined Atalanta on loan for the season. And they want to sign him up permanently, I think. But basically, United are interested in bringing him in because he's not a lot of money. He's around about somewhere 30 million euros. Maybe you might better bring him in for Argentine centre back. Reports in Italy claim that United have inquired about Romero's availability, with the Argentine central defender having averaged more ball recoveries, 8.4, more tackles, 2.3, more aerial duels, 4, and interceptions, 3.4 per game, than any player, including Varane, that is on this shortlist that I've just talked about now. So think about that. That's pretty significant. I mean, Serie A, okay, but you're talking about a defender that's actually shown, in terms of statistics, if we're playing the old, Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill Moneyball game here, and just looking at the stats, then he's a very good option, mate. Average more ball recoveries, tackles, aerial duels 1, and interceptions per game this season just gone, than any of these top players we've just talked about on this list, including Varane. So, look, okay, maybe he's not doing it to quite the top standard in the top league. Serie A's just fallen off a bit in the last few years, but it's still a very impressive statistics nonetheless. So let's just have a vote in the live chat, guys. Let's have a vote in the live chat. So I've just given you a short list. Forget Varane. We're going to take Varane off the list right now, because I think most people would want Varane. I did a community post vote the other day on my channel and asked you, over listed defenders. I think Varane won massively. But what I want to ask you now is, let's just say Varane stays at Real Madrid. His new improved contract offer he's happy with. He decides he's going to stay, and that's that with Varane. Who do Manchester United go and get? Who would you like to see Manchester United go and get? Let me know in the live chat. These are the options, guys. Pau Torres, Kalidou Koulibaly, Ben White. There's Jules Koundé, and also Christian Romero. So these are the 5 options that you can say somebody else as well. There's Sven Botman. Sven Botman's another link to Manchester United that's being heavily linked as well. Another young player who's got impressive stats, but, not doing it in the top leagues for a top side. But get your thoughts and opinions in, guys. So Bell says Koundé. Ramos says Simon Lee. Yeah, I mean, I'd take him even at this age. Absolutely, mate. If we could get him for a season or so, that would be a great addition. Romero or Koundé, 100% says ZX Flames. Pau Torres or Koundé, says Fung Sire. How are you doing there, Fung Sire? Great to see you. Football Fan Talk says Samuel. Tiddy. Okay. Well, interesting. He's not linked hardly at all. I think he's a bit injury prone. Samuel Umtiti. I don't know, man. Koundé Koulibaly says Shazan Ahmed. Simon Lee says Ramos. Koundé says Bo691. Sancho says Aisha Katana. G-Wolf says White. Okay, so G-Wolf, you would like Ben White more so than Pau Torres or Jules Koundé or Kalidou Koulibaly, or are you serious, bro? Anyone but White, says Jazzman. Well, there you go. That's what I was thinking. White's good. He's good. Don't get me wrong. But are you serious, G-Wolf? We can't sign Varane. We go and sign Ben White. Bloody hell, mate. Oh, have you been drinking that Glazer's Kool-Aid or what? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hey, guys, do us a favour. 136 you legends in here. We're 25 likes away off of 100. Like Spike. Do us a big favour if you haven't done so. Smash the thumbs up on the video. That'll help us out a whole bunch. Appreciate you. Okay, guys, so this is going to rage on a little bit this summer because United need to sign a centre-back. Varane, new contract offer from Real Madrid. If you just get in here, this is the latest. That's what the reports are that are coming out, that there's a new offer on the table. United's offer is supposed to be better. United prepared to offer him more money. PSG also interested in Varane to some degree. So, look, we'll see what happens in regards to Varane and the centre-back position in this side. But it's looking like that is our number one priority, as it rightfully should be. So I'm hoping we'll have something to bring you sooner rather than later. I mean, the Euros is going to potentially stop a lot of these deals from happening for a while. You might see somebody coming a bit sooner, though, but it's probably Tom Heaton. So I'm just going to talk about that for a minute. Tom Heaton, his move to Manchester United is basically done, guys. I mean, I'm just going to say that now. It's basically done. Sorry, I'm drinking out of a really large bottle. It was a bit awkward. It's basically done with the goalkeeper, coming in later this month. So, expected to be officially announced on the 1st of July. So we're signing him as basically a replacement backup for Sergio Romero. That's also nothing that interesting about it, guys. But that deal, 1st of July, which is obviously not before the Euros, but that's, and technically it's not even by the end of the month, it's actually the start of the next month. But it's understood that we're signing him as a replacement to Sergio, and it may be announced before the Euros, but if not, it's definitely going to be done by that date. So yeah, that's basically a formality, guys. What do you guys think about Heaton? Is that a good signing? To be fair, I do think it's a good signing. He's got that history with United, and also, as a backup, yes, we need a backup right now. Romero's just gone, and also David De Gea, and also Henderson. Don't know what's going on with those guys this summer exactly 100% yet, do we? There could be a departure for one of those guys. So yeah, I think that is an important area of the team to just get a bit of cover in. At the same time, there's talks about giving Lee Grant a new deal as a player coach or something. Just give him a deal as a coach then. Not interested as being a player coach. This is crazy. I mean, I guess, shit sign him, don't need him, says Shazan Ahmed. Yeah, it's a completely boring, I mean, we kind of do need him if Romero's going, because we do need a backup. And I genuinely think only one of Henderson or De Gea is going to be here next season, because they both want to be number one, and they both can't be number one. So they're going to have to fight it out, or one of them's going to have to be happy playing second fiddle to the other, which I don't think is going to happen. De Gea's not going to do that. And also Henderson, unless he's given a loan opportunity, which could happen, I suppose. He did have a loan out the season before. Maybe it's a case of, hey, look, De Gea's here. De Gea's the man for another season or two. But after that, you're going to be United's number one, pal. Go out there, play for another Prem side, play for another big side around Europe, get your experience in. And we'll be waiting for you. Could happen, I suppose. Or Henderson could go, you know what? I've had a conversation with Solskjaer. Solskjaer said, David's the number one. I'm out of here. Get me away. And he'll get a transfer away. You just don't know. So there is going to be some movement, I personally think, in the goalkeeper position this summer, just because we've got 2 number ones and only 1 number one spot, guys, which is a problem. It's a problem. So whether it's De Gea going to, Atletico or probably not, unless our Oblak's coming our way, then I don't see him going anywhere, my friends. But there you go. So yes, I mean, realistically, we could swap Pogba for Varane there in a similar boat, says Bo691. Yeah, I guess so. Contracts are running out. I mean, I don't know about that. Pogba's worth more to us right now. Actually, no. Yeah, I mean, I just don't see that deal being done, though, to be fair, because they'd have to agree terms with Pogba, and they'd have to pay Pogba a huge amount of money, which they're probably not prepared to do right now. So I really don't think that will happen. Guys, bit of bad news then. Donny van de Beek. He's had to pull out of Euro 2020. Are we calling it Euro 2020 or Euro 2021? Does anybody know? Anybody know? Is it Euro 2020, Euro 2021? I don't know. But anyway, it's obviously in 2021. Marcus Rashford has passed on his best wishes to Donny after he's been pulled out. So on Twitter, he just, sent him a message of support. He just said, sorry, mate, heartbroken. Donny van de Beek, take some time for yourself and keep your head high. Donny van de Beek, he's let me, I feel very, very sad for him, actually. Talk about a very frustrating season for a guy. He's come in and he's been signed, probably had a lot of hope for the season that he's going to play a lot of games and, flourish at Manchester United, and he's not really had much opportunity at all. Not necessarily his fault. Maybe Solskjaer just thought he's not quite ready. He's not quite at the level of these guys. But he barely played him this season. And on the back of that, he's still been selected in the Dutch squad, but essentially he has actually now got injured, so he's missed Euros as well. This has been a shit year in the life of Donny van de Beek. Well, in terms of professionally, trying to play. It's not in terms of everything else, because he's probably earning more cash than ever. You know what I mean? He's probably loving it, let's be honest now. He's just got the summer off, mate. In fact, maybe it's fake. Fake injury so he could just chill. It's time to have a chic little schmuck and a pancake. I've been taking the piss out of me at United not playing games. Time to chill out a little bit. Schmuck a pancake, I don't know. No, chances are he's obviously genuinely injured. It's a persistent injury, and it is a big shame, guys. So good luck to Donny. Let's get some love hearts in the live chat for Donny van de Beek, man, because that must be a big blow to a player when you're just getting prepared to play in the European Championships for your nation, and then you pull out just literally. You have to pull out just literally before, which is a big, big shame. And I don't think De Boer is going to be calling up a replacement for Donny to his Dutch side either. It just seems like they've missed a player and they don't really have anybody to replace him. So yeah, I'm sure they'll be pretty gutted on losing Donny, because he would have been a big player for them. Yes, MUFC fan Christian Romero to Man United. Absolutely, we covered that a little bit earlier. So if you want to go back and watch the video, you can. But I'll just tell you a little bit briefly now. I mean, yes, we are linked to Christian Romero. His stats are brilliant. £30 million is the sort of figure that's being touted. He's currently at Atalanta, but a Juventus player. So, or on loan at Atalanta he was for last season. Great stats. Hey, look, it's a great option. He's, third or fourth for me down on the list. Personally, I'd go for Raphael Varane, if not him, Pau Torres. And then, yeah, I probably would have a look at either Jules Koundé or Christian Romero. So that's my take on it. Right, guys, the next, thank you for the love hearts there for Donny. Get in there. Donny van de Beek, absolutely ZX Flames. Yep. Yes, there is a little bit of news on CR7. We'll get into that in a bit, Simon. But, we're not going to lead with that rubbish, to be fair, because, I like to talk about the stuff that's realistic. And although there's some basis to Ronaldo having an interest to come to United, it's... Let's talk about it, though, in a minute. But anyway, Atletico Madrid defender Kieran Trippier is supposedly, very, very keen still on joining United, and he's obviously with England teammates right now. So you think about that. There's a few Manchester United players there. It's actually a perfect time for us to poach Kieran Trippier from Atletico Madrid, isn't it, really? Because, Marcus Rashford, Agent Rashford, go on, Agent Rashford. We had Agent Rashford posting on Twitter the other day, saying, my little bro here, Sancho, and all this business. And now we got Agent Rashford getting in Trippier's ear, mate, saying, oh, you want to come to United, mate, we're doing bits. So, anyway, I hope we're going to see Trippier come, but he's understood to be very, very interested in the deal. There's other sides that are interested in bringing him in as well. So, so these are the reports. He's relishing the idea of joining Solskjaer's project at Manchester United 2021. This is from people around him. This is just people, who know him, and these are some sources and reports that we've got. So nothing that interesting. We know there's nothing new in terms of Manchester United's offer. United are understood to be very interested in bringing Kieran Trippier into the club this summer. He's not a lot of money. Atletico Madrid need to cash in. They're having some financial issues this year, and they need to cash in. He's got only a year left of his contract. He's aging. He's 30, which is still young. Still got a good few years at the top. But it's it's not a player that they're probably going to fight tooth and nail to keep at Atletico Madrid. So for 30-year-old Trippier to get him for very little amount of money, it would be a great signing. It's somewhere in the region of 20 million, maybe. I don't know. We're at more needs to be agreed between the clubs here. But basically, Trippier made 6 assists in 28 games for Atletico Madrid's title-winning campaign. He's on the back of course, winning the La Liga. So in terms of history, That's great. Like he's in a good moment right now in terms of like what he adds to the club. He adds experience. He would be the most experienced player in that position we've got. We've only got Wan-Bissaka and Brandon Williams and Dalot and these guys who are very, very young. So he would be great, and he adds those set pieces and stuff like that as well. So to me, that's a good signing, but it's not the signing that I want to see come in, you know, ahead of anybody else. I want to see Varane and I want to see Sancho come in, obviously. Those are the two big boys. Those are the two guys that we want to see coming in. And if we don't see that, then it's a piss poor transfer window as far as I'm concerned. But there we go, guys. Trippier, just a little update on him. You know, he's understood to be keen to want to come, but obviously he is with the England side right now. So whether or not any deals can be done right now, you know, it's unlikely, guys. I don't know. Let's have a look. I want to see what happens this summer. I want to be surprised, guys. Okay, let's get another vote in the live chat, guys. I always like to hear what you guys think. So my gut feeling is now, apart from possibly Tom Heaton, which even that deal, like we discussed earlier, is understood to be in the works for the end of the month, right? So which wouldn't be before the Euros, which is only 3 days away now. So let me know. Do you think Manchester United are going to pull a rabbit out of the hat and sign a player? I'm not saying anybody massive, but let's just say Trippier for 25 to 30 million pounds, or let's say, you know, Heaton. Actually, let's not say Heaton because he's just a backup. Let's go for a first team player. Do you think Manchester United are going to sign a player before the start of the European Championships? Let me know. Piss poor is our transfer strategy, says Ashy Hinder. Mate, you've summed it up well there. Think about last season, fannied around, got Donny early, but fannied around with Telles and Cavani right to the last day of the window, trying to pinch those pennies and went for the budget option in Cavani instead of Sancho. In the end, that worked out pretty well, I think, for the season. But still a budget option, and they just fannied around right to the end of the window, twiddling their thumbs and fingering pies. It was a disgrace. And looks like maybe they're doing the same thing this year. So that's why I think a few days ago I was feeling optimistic. But as time goes on and you're not hearing the movement, I just got no faith in our bottle job owners or our bottle job board and Woodward the human potato and Matty Judge the bloody gimp. I've got no faith in those guys whatsoever to do the business and get these players actually in, guys. So yeah, not looking good right now. I'm going to say no. Hey there, Rushmano. How's it going? Great to see you, mate. He says can't hang around. Hey, no worries. Great to see you in here. Thank you, Rushmano. Everybody, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. If it's your first time on the stream, please do hit that subscribe button. You know, we're on here every single afternoon. We'll give you all the latest Man United news. I actually got my body clock sorted, guys. Get in there. So I should be on here every afternoon now. And also every evening. I'll be back tonight around about 9 p.m. UK time, just giving you the latest news of the evening. If there is any good notable news, I will get on and give you all the latest rundown. That's what these shows are, guys. Join the transfer window to keep you up to date with all the latest Manchester United news in regards to the transfer window. Not an effing chance, says seriously. No, says Nathan Phelps. Yeah. Not an effing chance. No, says Kirk. Hey there, Mike Cullen. Yeah, there's really no chance, in my opinion, of us getting a big signing in because of the Euros, but you just never know. A few days ago, I was feeling optimistic, but as the times ran out, I've got no faith in our owners, basically, is what I'm going to say. Okay, so just a couple of other little pieces to get into then, guys. Then I'll get into your comment section. We've covered quite a lot of stuff already. We'll get into your comment section there and see what you've got to say. But just a couple of little pieces of information to do with United and our window and potential transfers coming in and out. So, Galatasaray are interested in signing United midfielder Hannibal Mejbri on a loan deal for the season. So the Turkish side have made a loan offer to United. They're waiting for an answer from Manchester United. So, you know, nothing major in terms of transfer news, but it's just a little bit of info that's come out. Galatasaray interested in taking Hannibal on loan for a season, guys. Maybe a good idea. Play for a good team. Probably not going to get in United's first team this season. Hey, Rushmano with a £5 super chat. Thank you very much, dude. He says, finger that subscribe button, support the pig. Catch you tonight. Thank you so much, Rushmano. Thank you so much for getting in here, even when you're busy as well, lad. Have a great day, Rushmano. We catch up with you tonight. And do as he says, guys, finger that subscribe button and also finger the like button. Kind of like Woodward and Judge finger pies. You know what I mean? Thank you, Rushmano, you legend. Much appreciated. Okay, so Donny ruled out of Euro 2020 as well, an absolute nightmare. Okay, we might as well talk about this. I wasn't going to mention this because I personally think it's just, you know, paper talk, hearsay stuff. But Cristiano Ronaldo's team have reportedly made contact with Manchester United, PSG and Real Madrid amid doubts over his Juventus future. ESPN, who are a reputable source, claim, reasonably reputable, claim that his representatives are still gauging interest from some of Europe's top clubs, including United and Madrid. So they're reporting it. There are other reports coming out. I mean, the Daily Star are reporting it. That's why I take it with a pinch of salt. But ESPN are reporting it anyway. He's got 36 goals in 44 games last season. So that goes to show you the level of player that he still is. 36 goals in 44 games for the Italian side there. Of course, Juventus didn't have a good season, though. So from that point of view, maybe he will look to one away. Because you know what Ronaldo's all about? He's all about the legacy. He's all about the accolades. He's made enough money. He can do what he wants. He could probably be a movie star now if he wants. He do what he wants. But no, he's all about the accolades. He's all about that accolades, my son. So in terms of winning things, he's already won what he wants to win in Serie A as well. So that's an achievement. That's fantastic. But this last season was very, very disappointing for him as a team, not individually. And like I say, his stats are good, but he will be maybe looking at some options. Me personally, though, I think we've got more chance of Eddie Woodward being registered in the squad and turning out to be the next bloody Lionel Messi than we do have us bringing in Cristiano Ronaldo, because there's such other key areas of the side, priority areas, the centre-back position, the Sancho deal. We've got Cavani at the club for a year. Martial's still here at the club. Greenwood's a good backup option. It's not the area of the team that we really need to massively strengthen right now. So I think, yes, okay, if that player becomes available and he wants to come and, Pogba or De Gea or somebody else goes off the books, they might consider it. But realistically, Solskjaer's not going to have Cristiano Ronaldo on his mind this summer. He wants to look for the future, wants to build for the future. He probably doesn't want to get an aging player anyway, such as, 36 years of age. I mean, Ronaldo's a different animal who'll probably go to his 40 to a world-class level. But still, Solskjaer won't want to definitely not waste. I'd love to see him in, but definitely not spend that amount of money that's required to bring him in, I don't think, right now, because you've got to buy a centre-back, you've got to buy Trippier, seems like it, you've got to buy a CDM if possible, I'm hoping so, and Sancho. So we're not gonna sign Ronaldo this summer, guys. Blatantly not. I hope I'm wrong, because I think that could be the catalyst. That's the man. He's the man, mate. Ronaldo up top there would be insane for United right now. I mean, if you could do it, it'd be amazing. Sell Martial, sell Pogba, sell De Gea. You've generated a lot of money from those sales. You've also saved the best part of £1 million a week in terms of wages, just getting those three players off your books. And then you could open the door to bring in a Varane and a Ronaldo, something like that. That's what a club with proper ambition would do, but unfortunately we don't have that. And anyway, if we're talking about spending big money on a striker position, because that's what he is now, then it wouldn't be Ronaldo, in my opinion, because he is, unless you're getting him for basically nothing. Hey, Sarvulon and Ballon d'Or, how are you guys doing? Eddie O to your legend, what's going on? Yes, unless you're getting him for basically nothing, then it doesn't make as much sense as going out there to sign, spending a significant amount more, but saving in wages to sign a player like Harry Kane. Harry Kane, Erling Haaland, Ronaldo. Now, right now, for a season or two, if the deal was right, I think Ronaldo could be, the best out of the bunch. Harry Kane, though, his stats do not lie in the Premier League. Haaland is unbelievable talent. These guys would all cost a huge amount less money for wages than Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo's on bloody £700,000 a week or something, man, and he can get what he wants. United aren't prepared to pay that. Harry Kane might be a more feasible transfer, but the transfer would be 150 million. So, yeah. So we can't win, guys, basically is what I'm saying. They're not going to spend the transfer fee to get one of those players on lesser contracts, and they're not going to pay the contract money weekly to sign a player on a lesser transfer fee in Ronaldo. So you can just forget it, guys. You can just forget it, guys. I agree with you, Leonardo Di Stefano. He says no CDM equals failure. We're not even seeing much about that right now. Like, Declan Rice is obviously touted as being interested, Solskjaer being interested in him. The Jesse Lingard link in the opposite direction gives that some foundation as well. But yeah, I would like to see a bit of movement from United, but I guess we're just waiting until after the Euros to get most of our business done. You think about a lot of these players playing the Euros, they could get injuries, and then we've signed an injured player. It's a nightmare. Okay then, guys, so just a couple of little bits more information, which I'd love to just share with you. So Jadon Sancho, we haven't really covered much about Jadon Sancho in this episode, but that's because, I mean, look, this is the latest, basically. United transfer news in regards to Jadon Sancho, the deal's edging closer, guys. So I don't want to bore you guys and talk about the same stuff, but we are edging close to completing the deal for Jadon Sancho, according to many reports. So Dortmund have come out and said that Jadon Sancho will be leaving in this summer transfer window. So they're ready for him to depart. They're now willing to let Sancho depart for a cheaper fee than what was being talked about last season, but it's still a significant amount of money that we're talking about here. So according to the Times, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side are close to finalising a £100 million deal to sign Sancho. So we've talked about a figure of £80 million recently, which I think is the figure. That's how much we should be paying for the guy. But it's understood Dortmund want a little bit more, and Solskjaer's side, these are the reports, are close to finalising a £100 million deal to sign Sancho, with the reports coming out to say that the fee is £80 million and it's paid in installments with of course it's paid in installments with an additional £20 million potentially coming later on in add-ons. So what they're doing is they're essentially saying, here's £80 million, but we're probably going to pay you £40 million and then another £40 million over the next couple of seasons. And if he gets, 50 international appearances, or when he's hit 30 Champions League games for us, or whatever it may be, then here's another 20 million later on in add-ons. So that does sound like a Manchester United deal, to be fair. These are the latest reports. It does seem like the sort of thing United would do, trying to get him on the never. He's currently away on international duty, though, guys. So this is what I would love to see him come in, and we will talk about this in tonight's video a little bit. I'm sure there'll be some more stuff that comes out, but right now, that's the latest, basically. So it's understood that we're close to finalising a deal, somewhere in the region of 100 million altogether with add-ons. And the first £80 million would be essentially installments. So that is the situation, my friends, with Jadon Sancho. Yes, Numero Uno says they want 80 million. It's a lot, I know. Yes, absolutely. Savilon, Sar wonder kid to singe for Man United. Personal terms agreed plus add-ons, Romano. Here we go. Get in there. I hope you perform as good as you sound. Slightly salted Steve says Ed installments. He's a complete disgrace, isn't he, this guy? We have to buy everybody on the never dudes. I don't understand it, but there you go. So that's why we failed with the deal last summer, because we weren't prepared to pay the money up front. That's the most likely situation. Okay, guys, so there's the Jadon Sancho info. Now, there's just a couple of other things, nothing major. We've done the Donny stuff. Yes, Christian Romero linked to Manchester United as well. We've gone over that. Erling Haaland, Fjortov's come out earlier today, this afternoon, was it yesterday, and said Chelsea are working intensely to get Erling Haaland. He's seen as the missing player to make them challenge for the Premier League title next season. The fee's very high, but confidence that this can be solved. The main obstacle could be the wage structure at Chelsea. So, yeah, okay, maybe the wage structure will come into it a little bit, but realistically, they're just going to go and sign whoever the bloody hell they want. Erling Haaland is supposedly wanting 400 grand a week. Him and his agent, his scummy agent, supposedly want 400 grand a week. I mean, that's too much too soon, man. I mean, he's so good though. I mean, for his age to have got the amount of Champions League goals he's got and stuff, it's quite unbelievable. But 400k a week? Fuck off! Are you serious? Man, oh man. Bollocks to that. Okay, fair enough. He might be the best player in the world in 5 years' time, so that's what you're basically investing in. And right now, he's going to bag in the goals. He's clearly a machine. He's clearly a goal-scoring machine, guys. Now, okay, you can argue, hey, go and do it in one of Europe's top leagues. I mean, the Bundesliga is a good league, don't get me wrong, but he's playing for one of the best teams in a league, which maybe doesn't have the depth for some other leagues around Europe. But you can just see he's got that magic eye. He's got that killer instinct. He's got that movement, the strength, and the finishing ability for days. So he is going to be the best in the world, or one of the best in the world in that position over the next decade. So is it bad money spent? It seems like too much too soon, guys. How much would you spend for, let's just say we're not talking about a transfer. Let's just say they agreed 100 million, whatever. How much do you think he should be paid a week, guys? Let me know. How can you pay somebody his age more than like 250k a week? That'd be mad. Hey there, Travis. How's it going, my friend? Bodes Brigade 2020. Good to see you too, mate. What's going on, dude? Why has Nick Hernandez been hidden there, Kayam? Nick Hernandez, I think you've accidentally been hidden there, my friend. We'll get you unhidden in a second, bro. Can one of the mods unhide Nick Hernandez? Because I think he's been He just said, I know you are a Man United fan, but who is better, Drogba or Samuel Eto'o? I mean, in my opinion, it's... crikey, that's a tough one. Bloody hell, they're both awesome. I'd say Drogba then, go on. Just because he was a big game player. 8 cup finals for Chelsea, 8 goals. What? That's mental. Big game player or what? Anyway, but Samuel Eto'o for Barca, wow. Okay, so like Chelsea favourites to sign Haaland at the moment. Obviously, City understood to be interested in him. Atletico Madrid, there's some reports to come out. Fabrizio Romano has said that Kieran Trippier will stay at Atletico Madrid unless there is a super offer. So we've talked about the transfer fee there, £30 million. He's got time running out. If he wants away, there's not really too much that they can do about it because time's running out there. Other transfer news, it's not to do with us. I wish it was, though, in a way. Paris Saint-Germain are closing in on the signing of Italy goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma on a free transfer, according to Sky Italy. He's the one, guys. He is the one. Now, David's been a great keeper for us, a really great saver, but maybe now is the time to move on. Dean Henderson, I like him. I think he's a good goalkeeper. Yes, he does have potential, but he's, you know... Is he Anders Lindegaard in disguise? I don't know, mate. I just don't really, you know, he's good, but yeah. I want us to get either basically Jan Oblak or Gianluigi Donnarumma, neither of which are going to happen. But I'm just saying, like, if we were talking about goalkeepers and who's the best in those positions for us, Donnarumma, 22 years of age, mate. He is the next Gianluigi Buffon. Not only has he got his same name, but he's also got similar stature, similar career trajectory when you're talking about his age. Come on, guys. He's the one, isn't he? PSG are going to sign him, though, it seems like, on a 5-year deal with wages of around £12 million a year, plus add-ons. And there's some other interested parties, though. Barcelona understood to be interested. I don't know why we're not interested in him. I guess it's just because we've got the Glazer Bottalonas who aren't prepared to, you know, have a real big window. So there you go. I don't think Donnarumma is way overrated, Honey Badger. No way. He's very, very good. Anytime I've seen him play, he's been very good. And he's only 22, mate. Like, do you know how young that is for a goalkeeper to be playing top-flight football like that? I mean, do you think Gianluigi Buffon was the best when he was 22? No, he wasn't. He's when he was 30 or 35. So you only get better as a goalkeeper in terms of experience, man. He's so young for a goalkeeper. That's like... He's going to be class, mate. He's absolute top class. Yeah, that's right, Bo. He says, I like Donnarumma, but Fat Mino always has him agitating for something as a distraction we don't need. That's a great point, yes. Mino Raiola is agent, right? Yeah, I mean, that's a scumbag. We just don't want to deal with that guy, really. Okay then, guys. So, yes, I mean, I'm going to just read your comments out for a couple more minutes, but that's basically the news. So just to give anybody a rundown who's just joining us, Real Madrid offering Varane a new contract. United understood to have offered a better deal, though. More to come on that situation. We'll let you know. And also, we are looking at some other backup options, such as Pau Torres. The Ben White link obviously came out. We discussed that at length in regards to Ben White, Brighton. There's Pau Torres, there's Jules Koundé, there's Koulibaly, there's Christian Romero, centre-back option. So that is going to be the big story of the summer, I think, is the centre-back, getting our centre-back in. Well, not the big story, because that's going to be Sancho, but the key area is going to be, the key signing of the summer is going to be the centre-back. Tom Heaton, a matter of time before that guy signs. Jadon Sancho, deal edging closer, if you believe the reports in regards to the structure of the fees. Ben White linked with United, yeah. So basically that's it. We've covered it, guys. So that's the latest news of the afternoon and the day. Like I say, we will be back on tonight at 9 p.m.-ish, giving you all the latest rundown of the evening's news. So if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click that bell icon as well, so you get a notification when we go live. Click the bell like your name was Quasimodo. Esmeralda, the bells! And get involved in the live chat, and also get involved in the comment section after the video is finished as well. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about anything we discussed in this video. But yeah, I'm going to stick around for just a few minutes, guys. Get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Hey, and we smashed over 100 likes on the stream. You guys are awesome. Thank you, guys. Yeah, hit that like button before you go also. Football Fan Talk says, would you buy Kane to stop City or Liverpool getting him? I mean, no, I wouldn't buy him just to stop City or Liverpool getting him. I'd buy him because he's probably the best goal scorer in the Premier League right now. That's why I'd buy him, because he'd actually genuinely improve us and we'd be fine for the next 5 years, you know, with a great top quality world-class centre forward. That is what I would buy him for. But we're not going to, because he's 150 million, and the only teams that could consider spending that money are these oil tycoon-owned football clubs. You know, they've got oil barons at the club. G-Wolf says, if White has a brilliant Euros, would you take him then? If the price was right, G-Wolf, I'd probably take him even now. I think maybe he could be a better option than Victor Dwindloff and Phil No Bones Jones and even Eric Pye because he's not fit. Tom Wakeham, thank you very much for subscribing, Tom Wakeham. But not for a lot of money, not for the £50 million that Brighton are talking about, no way. And also that remains to be seen, really, G-Wolf, whether he has a good Euros. Remember, he's the alternate, the last pick. Trent Alexander-Arnold's got injured. We've got 4 players in that position. He can play right back. He has played the right side of a back 3 in a centre-back position, though, this season for Brighton, okay? So in my opinion, he's not really going to play, G-Wolf. I don't think he's going to play in the Euros. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's going to play. I think he'll be a backup. I mean, he's just a backup dude. So, yeah, you know, I don't think that's going to even be the situation personally. Because he didn't make the initial squad, so I don't see how he can really feature in Southgate's plans that much. He's only played 109 minutes of international football up to this point. Primot says, bet me no smells of garlic, salami and white rum. 50 million for White, says ZX Flames. Ridiculous, isn't it? Stupid amount. Kayam says, G-Wolf more obsessed with White than Maguire. I know, he's bang on the Ben White, isn't he? Like, he really wants Ben White. Yes, hope so, Aaron Bainbridge. Hope so, mate. Yes, closing in, you know, so reports come out of Jadon Sancho and Manchester United negotiating in terms of the transfer structure at the moment. Hopefully it gets done soon. Mitesh L comments, the only signing I see us realistically doing will be Sancho for shirt sales. Other than that, I see this as another flop transfer for us. Fair play. Well, look, I would love to say, yeah, you're wrong, but I actually probably think, you know, there's some basis to what you're saying. Our owners and our board have a proven track record of having gash windows like this. Once we've got Champions League football, they don't invest in the side properly. So we'll see what they do, though. The fans hate them at the moment and they know it, so they might just play ball this summer and actually spend, but it wouldn't surprise me. Top Dog comments, prices will always go up when a tournament is on, and it's United. Yeah, true. If a player has a really good tournament, then it's just going to increase the figure and also the interest in that player, definitely. Also, we can play in a CDM position. Fair play, G-Wolf United. Nick Hernandez says, do you remember the time when Man United lost the title because of the Aguero goal? I mean, yeah, I do. And it wasn't because of the Aguero goal. You know why it was? Because of that little twat, rat-faced twat, Joey Barton, mate. That's why we lost it, because he got himself sent off when they were fucking cruising. QPR were battering him, dude. He's a melt. Anyway, that's the only reason they lost that game. I literally blame Joey Barton for Manchester United losing the league on goal difference that year. It's only because of Joey Barton. Anyway, Kayam, he's a Southern boy from Paul, so I'd definitely take him, says G-Wolf United. Well, fair enough, but, you know, is he good enough? That is the question. Is he good enough? I personally think he might be good enough as a squad player, but I wouldn't feel comfortable like him coming in to replace, you know, Lindelof or Maguire and being the main centre-back alongside Slabby, you know? He's a squad player, mate. He's a good player. He's had one top-flight season. He has looked good. There's better options out there. He's 5th on the list for me, guys. He's 5th on the list. Come on now. Raphael Varane, if not him. Pau Torres, if not him. Jules Koundé, if not him. Christian Romero, if not him. Maybe Ben White, if the price is right. But not for 50 million. Danny Ings to Chelsea, say it, says Football Fan Talk. Well, actually, Danny Ings is still linked with Manchester United as well. They understood to want about 25 million for him. Joey Barton and his French accent, that was pathetic, wasn't it? John Mishra, I'm not feeling well just yesterday. I took the vaccination. Well done on getting the vaccination, John. But I hope you feel better soon. Then Van Persie came next and won the league. Yes, Johnny Gallagher. Paul Scholes, I think we're thinking too small. If we want to get back to the Champions League title contenders, we need better. Definitely. Ben White ain't the answer, guys. Ben White's not going to be the answer for United this season. Raphael Varane, world-class player. Jadon Sancho, potential world-class player for the future, and his stats don't lie now. And then a world-class centre defensive midfielder, if there was one available, which I don't think, you know. But if we had the ambition, then yes, we could be in a much better position to win the league or challenge for the league next year. Solskjaer can't do it all, man. People slag Solskjaer off. They forget that he's got a worse squad than the top 2 teams in the league, and he's also got less resources at his disposal, you know, and also the depth in the squad just wasn't there compared to some of the top teams this year. But he still did us a good job and did us proud and got 2nd place. So if he actually had the resources, he actually had owners who would just give him the players that he wants. You know, if he was just allowed to go and sign Varane, Declan Rice, Sancho, and then Trippier, or, you know, maybe even another forward player, this window, we'd be much better next year, guys. He literally got a second with a ragamuffin bunch of melters, really. There's some real questionable players in the team this season. Thank you, Hinal Shah, for subscribing to the channel. Tom Wakelam, Alexandru Visinescu as well, and Yumanator. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel, guys. Yeah. Okay, yeah, get your final thoughts in, guys. Do hit the like button. Do give it a share if you want. Subscribe if you know, and all that good stuff. Ndidi, John Mishra, that's the man for me, Wilfred Ndidi. Problem is, he's 80, 90 million pounds. They're not going to want to sell him. They're trying to do bits at the moment at Leicester. They're in no rush to sell anybody. You have to pay a premium, just like we did with Slabby Maguire. G Wolf United says, see, for me, it's number 1 Varane, number 2 Ben White, and number 3 Sven Botman. Oh, well, okay, fair enough then. And well, yes, and he's also on the list as well, Sven Botman. Good shout. He is a good player. He does seem a good player. I haven't seen much of him. I'm just talking about, this is based on reports that I've read, but he does seem like he has got a bright future, Sven Botman. But no, it's not. Hey, look, he could be the next Vidic, but it's not an inspirational signing for me right now. I want somebody proven with that big name and big experience right now. Not another young, relative unknown like a Victor Bloody Dwindleoff or whatever when we got him. Eamon Barrett says, hello there. It would not surprise me if Varane signed a new contract at the Scum. They did the same thing with Ramos. True, yep, using Manchester United as a bargaining chip. Makes total sense. I talked about that at the start of the video. I totally agree with you. They could be using Manchester United as a bargaining chip here to try and get a better bumper contract at Real Madrid. Happens all the time. Man United are always used as leverage in contract negotiations. Always. I disagree. Football with fan talk completely. VK Dean says, I kind of agree with that, Pig, but it's not the owners that waited until the 100th minute of a final whistle to make a sub. Ollie has some decisions. Yeah, okay, well, who's he bringing on? Dan James fodder, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not... did you look at the bench? The bench was shite, guys. I said that at the start of the Europa League watch-along. The bench was shite. But, okay, he still should have gone to the bench. I do agree with that. But he still got to that final and he still finished second in the league. So he's the one responsible for that, not the owners, not the people buying the players. Because I tell you what, the squad was crap and they didn't strengthen last summer or in the January window, even when we were top. So, no. In my opinion, let's get some hashtag Ollie-ins and hashtag Glazers outs in the live chat to end this video on, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much, everybody who's tuned in. We'll be back tonight with the latest transfer news, so do keep a look out there. Click that bell and you'll get the notification and smash the subscribe. Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in. You can follow us on social media. You see the in the bottom right-hand corner just there, Flying Pig United on Instagram, Flying Pig United on Facebook, Flying Pig United on Twitter, and also you can follow the website, flyingpigunited.com, for your latest United transfer news and daily updates. Top dog, Ollie in. Yes, mate. Come on. Hashtag Ollie in, guys, to finish on. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Every single one of you. Amvin, Sports Further, G Wolf, VK Dean, Bell, Numero Uno, Travis, David Gillespie, VK Dean, Johnny Mishra, Top Dog, Football Fan Talk, Ewan Norton, Jason Hanlon, Numero Uno. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Numero Uno. Glad you enjoyed the show. But there it is, guys. That's the latest transfer news of the day. In a concise-ish rundown. Lots to cover, but we covered it. So we'll give you the latest as it breaks and any other updates as they come out. We'll be back around about 9 p.m. tonight, guys. So if you are around, then you know what to do. Come and join in later with the debate and the chat. And also come back after this video is finished and comment in the not live comments. And let's keep this debate going. Guys, you're all the best. Thank you very much. See you in a bit. Much love to the Bacon Brigade. Enjoy the weather. It's a nice sunny day out. I'm going to probably do a little couple of bits in the garden right now. So have a good one, and I shall see you later on. And come on, United, pull your finger out those pies, Eddie Woodward and Matty Judge, and sign us some world-class players, you absolute bunch of pretender melt plays of freaking minge bags. Let's go. See you soon. Thank you, ZX Flames. Thank you so much. Thank you, Travis, mate. Have a great day too. Gorks YTC, mate. Shout out to you too. Yeah, hit the subscribe if you're new. Shout out 007 as well, man. Dave Lucas. See you later on, son. Primot. Johnny Gallagher. All the mods. Much love to you guys. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. Yeah, I will be back later. This is just the channel member rundown to say thank you to all of these guys on this list right now. Are the guys in the live chat, such as, you know, Sarvoon Lawn, Johnny Gallagher, Primot. These guys all with the badges next to their names. So thank you very much for being members of the channel and supporting the channel. It's just a cheeky little rundown for you guys. Okay then, guys. Yeah, enjoy your day. Dave Lucas, see you, my son. I hope United do the business and, you know, and we get some quality in this window. But you know what we're like. See you later, peeps. See you at 9 p.m. Wednesday seagulls. Follow the troller. This is because they sing. sardines will be thrown into the sea. Shout out Ewan Norton, Gorks YTC, and Lauren Evans for subscribing to the channel also. Thank you very much to the new subscribers there, and all the old subscribers and all these members that are on this list. Really appreciate you all supporting the channel. Literally couldn't do it without you guys. So thank you very much for being a part of the community, coming in with all your thoughts and opinions about United or anything else we talk about. It's much appreciated, guys, and it's fucking awesome. Shout out to the Bacon Brigade. What a community. Back later. Peace.